PDP drags judge to court, accuses him of working for Governor Umahi. Hello, my wonderful people. It's so glary by now that we know some judiciary personnel in this country work for, those of affluence, in the sense that they will not speak the truth. They will rather, put judgment in favor of whomever their tax master is. PDP is dragging a former PDP member, Governor David Umahi, who left the People Democratic Party, saying that the People Democratic Party is unfair to APC. And a judgment that has just been passed on is glary to PDP that the judge is working for the governor. Let's understand all that is going on. The People Democratic Party (PDP) has accused Justice Vincent of Ebonyi State High Court of acting under influence of the governor of the state, Engineer David Umahi, in a matter between his court against the state headsmen. The same people again. In a suit number HD/161/2020 filled in between Onyekachi and 20 versus People Democratic Party, an array filed at the High Court of the state, the party is worried that Justice Vincent is said to be under the pressure of assumed jurisdiction over the suits despite the transmission of the record of appeal and entering the appeal in Apex Court number CA/A/03/2021, challenging the jurisdiction of the trial court to hear the matter. The matter was filed in by the former chairman of the People Democratic Party in Ebonyi State, Onyekachi, challenging his removal as the National Executive Committee (NEC) of the People Democratic Party in Ebonyi State, which he has already alleged is controlled by David Umahi when he was in PDP. At the resumption of the hearing in the matter, 18th day of January 2021, the trial court attempted to deliver a judgment in respect of a motion for an interactive injunction earlier filed in by the disposed chairman of the People Democratic Party in Ebonyi State. PDP condemns and contend that it is a strange thing that the court was under pressure to deliver a ruling in an application for interlocutory injunction when the respondent is no longer within the power and jurisdiction of the High Court sitting, that the appeal has already been entered at the appeal court in Enugu and record of appeals served on the trial case already. It is reported that the court premises was filled with heavily armed policemen, including an armored vehicle stationed at the entrance of the court. Upon interrogation, one of the policemen said they were on special assignment, having been informed that the state government was expecting a ruling from the court. The party claimed that the chief judge of the state, who recently rescued himself from the adjournment in the matter, was also under some pressure from the state government prior to his withdrawal from the matter. Similar fate has earlier befallen Justice Evans Noni, the first trial judge at the matter before the Chief Justice took over. Justice Vincent adjourned the matter to 20th January 2020 for the ruling on interlocutory injunction. Comment on the matter, a counsel on the side of the People Democratic Party, Modi Ezodu, described what transpired in court as an unfortunate circumstances, stating that Justice Vincent ruling comes 20th of January was already predictable. He condemned the state government alleged stronghold on the state judiciary and promised that the People Democratic Party will pursue all initiative and complement with regards to what David is doing right now to the judiciary in Ebonyi State. Also speaking on the development, members representing Afigbo North and South Federal Constituency, right, Idoma, condemned the attempt by the state government to control the leadership of both APC and PDP at the same time, as to the contrary basis of the fact that he led the People Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress, yet still have hands in both areas and deciding what will happen. He has set himself as a lord over the states. Anybody who speaks is blackmailed, overbearing, and must be influenced over by the present governor's desire. So this is what is going on in Ebonyi State, where David Umahi has become like a stronghold, so to say. He has become a stronghold, and if you don't follow his bidding, you are out of the way. So much so that the judge in Ebonyi State has now been, the judge has now been sued in an Enugu court because of the activity, tagged to the person of David. They said on the day of the ruling, David Umahi, like you heard the matter, was already in court with heavily armed policemen all over the place, called intimidation. You know what's going on in Nigeria? Our judiciary have no voice. Oh yes, they don't. The government, there's supposed to be a clear-cut line between the judiciary and the government, in the sense that they are not related in any way. There should be a system in place that the judiciary is independent of the government. The government don't have to pay their salary. Systems are those things you put in place that outlive you. Even when you are not there, it runs smoothly. Take, for instance, you are producing, say, what do we call it now? Joy soup, okay, or Imperial leather, okay? Imperial leather in Ibadan and in Lagos is the same soap. There is no, when you pick one in Ibadan and you pick one in Abakaliki, it's the same soap, the same quality, the same standard, the same packaging. You can hardly tell which is which one was produced in Ebonyi, which one was produced in Abakaliki. Why? There is a system in place, irrespective of how many billions of workers they get to have at the end of the day. Everyone work with optimum standard of the standard of what? Joy soap or Imperial leather. Why? Structures has been put in place. Nigerian governments today will never put structures in place. Why? They know it will come back to haunt them, in the sense that they cannot control this system that can actually make our government better. Leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Bye for now.